with Rose with just leading her around forward. So I want her to stay behind my shoulder, and I'm going to be asking her to start and stop. And this makes her pay attention to me and also learn to respect my space when I'm on the ground, so she's not walking on top of me. The other thing I'm doing is I'm asking her with direct forward pressure on her halter to walk forward after me. She's still learning how to lead. And the reason that I like to do this at this stage is so that when I start to tie her up, if she were to pull back, she already understands that pressure on her halter, and she realizes that if she steps forward, that pressure will release. I find that having them lead like this is a simple thing that you can do that will have them gain confidence in you and also get their focus on you more by asking them to turn and start and stop. So we start this with the halter, and eventually this will translate to leading her by a front foot. So next, I'm asking Rose to walk past me and change direction and step that front end away and walk past me and stop, move the hind end over, go back the other way. And what this is helping her learn is to cross over in the front and the hind end a little bit, and also learn to walk forward by herself with pressure from the rope behind the cinch, kind of like it was your leg. And it's setting her up for being able to send her through gates, and also setting you up for turning and a little bit of steering once you get on her back, and understanding that pressure on the flank means forward and that tipping your nose means stop. So right there, you're already starting the fundamentals of what you're going to do the first time you swing your leg over. And again, I'm not being super picky right now about how she does it. I just want her to understand that she can walk past me and not be facing towards me, and that's okay, because up till this point, I've just been leading her, so I've been in front of her, so that's really easy for her to just follow me and know where she's going. But right now, she's got to kind of figure it out. That pressure is forward and that she can walk away from me a little bit. So when I'm working with a young horse, I like to mix things up and not do one thing for too long, because I find that their focus just goes and it's not as productive. So doing something different here, just practicing touching her all over. I've already done a lot of touching her. This is just review, but what I'm looking for is for her to stand still. If she starts to move away, that means she's uncomfortable and I need to work on that spot. I start them out when I first get their halter on, touching them with a soft piece of fabric on the end of a stock stick so that I'm not getting my head down where it shouldn't be. And I'm about to ask her to pick up her front foot for the first time, so just making sure she's comfortable touching, having her leg touched, and then just going to give some pressure. She yields her foot, and I'm going to give it right back this time. And every time I pick them up, I'm going to see if I can hold them for a little longer. But first time around, I just want her to know that I'm asking her to yield that foot and that she's doing the right thing by picking it up. I have not roped her front feet yet, but I feel pretty good about this filly and touching her legs and feet. She's never offered to kick or bite or be defensive at all. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, I'm not making a big deal out of the feet part, because if I were to make a big deal out of it now, that could kind of set us back later. Right now, I'm just saying, hey, what happens if I pick this up? And then I'm going to give it right back. And next time around, I'm going to pick him up and hold him for a little longer. And I've got my big old hat on. I just put my hat kind of on the other side of her. So as I'm touching her, I'm also trying to see if I can get in that other eye a little bit and just get her really comfortable with me being all over and all around her. So again, I'm just sliding my hand down the leg, a little bit of pressure here. And I like to do it down there to start, down on the pastern, because that's where the rope's going to go when I go to rope her feet. So she's going to understand better to yield to that pressure down there. And same on the hinds. So that was really nice. And I'm going to go back around to the other side here in a minute and ask her to pick them up again and hold them for just a minute. So again, I don't just go down there and start asking her to let me touch her legs right away. I start with a stock stick with a piece of fabric on the end, because if she were to show any defensive behavior at all, I want to find that out with my head not down there getting kicked at by her feet. So you can work with that with touching them with really any sort of stick. I like a little bit of fabric because it'll kind of swing around. It won't make noise to start. It'll just swing around and touch them when they're not expecting it. And I find that super helpful. And again, now I'm just asking her to hold them up for just a second. And she's being very calm about it. And this is setting us up really well for handling her feet in the future. I was really happy with how she did with picking her feet up for the first time in this. So now we're going back to the idea of walking past me, but we're up in the game a little bit, and I'm asking her to walk between me and a fence. I'm giving her a good amount of space to start. This is her first time doing this, and it's a little intimidating to her, and she's kind of trying to figure out what I'm asking. So right there, she took a step in the right direction, so I stopped swinging my rope and released. And again, now I'm being a little more particular about where she starts and where she stops, because I don't really want her going past my shoulder. She needs to know that she's doing the right thing. So I ask, and as soon as she does what I want, I release. And right there, she went past my shoulder, so I bumped her a little bit. I put her back where I want her. Then I ask. That was very nice. And release. I'm going to end this session with her just touching her, being close to her right there, because I'm going to need to have her be really comfortable with that and feeling things on the opposite side. Maybe getting in that eye just a little bit and putting a little weight on her. Just getting her ready for having me up there on her back and seeing how she reacts to it. and she's pretty calm and seems pretty alright with it, with me hanging on her a little bit and touching her over there. I'm letting her turn her head a little bit so she can see me in that eye and she's not bothered by it. So overall, I'm really happy with how this filly's doing. Again, she's 2 years old. She's a quarter horse Mustang cross, and her name is Rose. Thanks for watching.
The mountain, a wind blowing free, thinking about the days that used to be. High on the mountain, standing all alone, wondering where the years of my life had flown.